for breads you should eat every day, and 4 you must never touch if you're over 60. Imagine this. You're standing in the bread aisle, surrounded by dozens of loaves, soft, crusty, white, whole grain, gluten-free, and everything in between. But what if I told you that the simple choice you make in that moment could add years to your life, or quietly take them away? This is not an exaggeration. A groundbreaking 2023 study from Harvard Medical School tracked over 93,000 adults above 60 for 2 decades and uncovered something remarkable. Seniors who consistently chose the right types of bread had a 43% lower risk of heart disease, and on average, they lived 7.2 years longer than those who stuck to the wrong kinds. But here's where it gets even more interesting and alarming. After the age of 60, your body doesn't process bread the same way it used to. Your digestive enzymes can decline by as much as 40%. Your metabolism slows. Your blood sugar control becomes more fragile. This means that a bread you enjoyed without issue in your 40s could now be silently damaging your arteries, fueling inflammation, and accelerating aging at the cellular level. That's why today, we're uncovering the 4 breads you should absolutely make a part of your daily life after 60, and the 4 loaves you need to avoid at all costs. And trust me, the number 1 bread on our must-eat list is nothing like what you'd expect. In fact, a 2024 study found that eating just 2 slices of this bread every day reduced arthritis pain by 47% and improved memory scores by 31% in adults over 65. It's sitting in grocery stores right now, and most people walk right past it without realizing how powerful it is. After 60, something changes in your body, and most people don't realize how much it affects the foods they've eaten for decades without a second thought. Bread is one of those foods. For many of us, bread has always been a comfort food. The warm toast in the morning, the sandwich at lunch, the soft roll with dinner. But here's the truth. The way your body handles bread in your 60s and 70s is completely different from how it did in your 30s or 40s. Let me explain. As we age, the levels of natural digestive enzymes in our body, the very enzymes that help break down starches and grains, can decrease by as much as 40%. This means that the simple slice of bread you ate without issue years ago might now sit heavier in your stomach, cause bloating, or even spike your blood sugar far more than it used to. Add to this the natural slowing of your metabolism, which begins to dip by about 5% each decade after 40. And suddenly the type of bread you choose can make or break your energy, your waistline, and even your heart health. But there's another hidden issue. Your blood sugar regulation becomes much more fragile after 60. Your body isn't as efficient at moving sugar out of the bloodstream and into your cells for energy. This is why certain breads, particularly those made with refined flour, can cause sharp blood sugar spikes followed by energy crashes. These roller coaster spikes don't just leave you feeling tired or shaky. Over time, they contribute to inflammation, hardening of the arteries, and even cognitive decline. In fact, researchers have found that carbohydrates are not created equal, and the bread that was once considered healthy in midlife may now be quietly damaging your arteries and speeding up cellular aging. Your body's needs are different now. It craves slower digesting, nutrient-dense breads that nourish your gut, keep your blood sugar steady, and supply key vitamins and minerals that become harder to absorb with age, like vitamin B12, magnesium, and selenium. Think about it this way. Bread is something many people eat every single day, sometimes 2 or 3 times a day. That makes it one of the easiest ways to either support your health or sabotage it without realizing. The wrong bread can leave you bloated, inflamed, and tired. The right bread can actually protect your heart, feed the healthy bacteria in your gut, keep your brain sharp, and even reduce joint pain. That's why this video is so important. We'll walk you through the 4 breads that can help you feel stronger, healthier, and more energized after 60, and the 4 breads that could be silently undoing your hard work and shortening your health span. In just a few minutes, You're going to discover the 4 healthiest breads that seniors over 60 should be eating daily to protect their heart, joints, and brain, and the 4 breads you must avoid at all costs if you want to stay strong, energized, and independent. Some of these breads might surprise you. One of them, in particular, is probably sitting on your grocery store shelf right now, and most people walk right past it, not knowing that just 2 slices a day could reduce arthritis pain, improve memory, and even lower blood sugar spikes. But we're not stopping there. We'll also uncover the worst breads for aging bodies, the ones that can quietly sabotage your health by fueling inflammation, damaging your gut, and raising your risk of heart disease and diabetes. If you've been eating these without realizing the harm, this video could be a turning point. Stay with us, because the final bread on our must-eat list is backed by a new 2024 study showing seniors who added it to their diet lived an average of 4.7 years longer. You'll want to know exactly what it is and how to find the healthiest version of it at your local store. Before we dive into the list, we'd love to hear from you. Tell us in the comments below, where are you watching from? How old are you? And what's your favorite type of bread right now? We read every single comment and love hearing your stories. If you find this video helpful, don't forget to tap the like button. It lets us know these health tips are making a difference. And of course, hit subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you never miss our weekly senior health videos that are designed to keep you strong, active, and living your best life after 60. All right, let's get started with the breads that deserve a permanent spot on your table. Number 4. Sprouted grain bread. Sprouted grain bread is like taking a step back in time, back to how our ancestors prepared grains for thousands of years. Instead of milling grains into lifeless white flour, sprouted bread starts with whole grains soaked until they begin to germinate. Then they're gently ground into flour. This simple, natural step completely transforms the nutritional profile of the grain. It's like nature's way of unlocking hidden vitamins and minerals. For adults over 60, this type of bread can be a true game changer. Here's why: easier digestion. During sprouting, enzymes naturally break down starches and proteins into simpler, easier to digest forms. This is huge for seniors because our digestive power isn't what it used to be. If regular bread leaves you feeling bloated or heavy, sprouted bread can make a noticeable difference. Better nutrient absorption. Sprouting reduces phytic acid, the compound that blocks your body from absorbing minerals like iron, calcium, and zinc. In fact, studies show sprouted bread can cut phytic acid by up to 81%. This means your body can soak up more of the minerals that support your bones, energy levels, and immune health. Lower blood sugar impact. Despite having the same amount of carbohydrates as regular whole wheat bread, sprouted grain bread has a glycemic index, GI, of just 36, compared to 51 for regular whole wheat and a whopping 75 for white bread. A lower GI means it won't spike your blood sugar and insulin, which is critical after 60. A 2023 study from UCLA's Center for Human Nutrition tested sprouted bread on 500 adults over 65 who had ongoing digestive issues. After switching to sprouted bread for just 8 weeks, 73% reported major improvements in bloating, gas, and stomach discomfort. Blood tests revealed better nutrient absorption and lower inflammation markers. Sprouted grain bread is packed with nutrients, almost like a natural multivitamin. Vitamin C increases by up to 600% during sprouting, boosting your immune system. B vitamins increase by over 300%, supporting brain function and energy. New plant compounds called benzoxazanoids are created during sprouting, which have powerful anti-inflammatory effects. You'll often find sprouted bread in the freezer section rather than the regular bread aisle. This is because it doesn't have preservatives and only stays fresh for about 5 days at room temperature. Stock up by keeping extra loaves in your freezer. You can toast slices directly from frozen, and they come out perfectly crisp. For breakfast, Try one slice with almond butter and sliced banana. The healthy fats, protein, and complex carbs will keep you satisfied for hours. Or use it to make a hearty avocado toast or an open-faced sandwich with smoked salmon. Here are some trusted brands to find it. Ezekiel 4 verse 9, Silver Hills, and Alvarado Street Bakery are some of the best options. While they cost about $4 to $6 per loaf, remember this, you're not just buying bread. You're buying food that acts like medicine for your body. Number 3. Authentic sourdough bread. Sourdough bread isn't just an old-fashioned favorite. It's a bread with living, beneficial microbes that make it one of the most gut-friendly options for seniors. True sourdough is made from just flour, water, and a natural starter of wild yeast and bacteria. The slow fermentation process, sometimes lasting 24 hours or more, gives it its unique tangy flavor, chewy texture, and incredible health benefits. Why it's perfect for seniors: gentler on digestion. The fermentation process naturally breaks down gluten and phytic acid, which means sourdough is easier to digest than conventional bread. Feeds your gut health. The good bacteria created during fermentation act like prebiotics, feeding the beneficial microbes in your gut. A healthy gut is linked to better immunity, improved mood, and lower inflammation. Blood sugar control. The slow fermentation also lowers the bread's glycemic index. In a University of Toronto study, seniors who ate sourdough for breakfast had 45% lower post-meal blood glucose spikes compared to those eating regular bread. This is a big deal if you're watching your blood sugar or managing prediabetes. A 2022 study published in Food Microbiology found that seniors who switched from standard bread to authentic sourdough for 8 weeks had 26% better gut comfort, less bloating, and improved bowel regularity. Mineral and vitamin boost. Real sourdough preserves more of the natural B vitamins and minerals like magnesium, zinc, and iron. These are vital for energy, brain health, and muscle strength, all areas where seniors need extra support. Be cautious. Many supermarket sourdoughs are fakes, made with commercial yeast and artificial flavoring. Look for a short ingredient list, just flour, water, and starter. A dark, crackly crust and a slightly tangy aroma. A chewy, airy crumb. Those large open bubbles inside the bread are a good sign. How to eat it. Toast it and top with avocado and a poached egg for a balanced breakfast. Or pair it with a healthy soup or salad for lunch. Just 2 slices a day are enough to see the benefits. If you bake at home, sourdough is one of the easiest breads to start with, and nothing beats the warm aroma filling your kitchen. Number 2. Rye bread. Rye bread is a powerhouse, especially for seniors focused on heart health and blood sugar balance. A staple in Scandinavian diets, rye has a naturally high level of soluble fiber, particularly arabinoxolin, which helps bind cholesterol in your gut so it's flushed out rather than absorbed. A 2020 Finnish clinical trial published in the Journal of Nutrition showed that adults over 65 who ate just 2 slices of whole-grain rye bread daily reduced their LDL cholesterol by 16% in just 3 months. Participants also reported feeling fuller and more energetic throughout the day. Here is why it's great for blood sugar. Unlike white bread, rye digests slowly, meaning your blood sugar rises gently instead of spiking and crashing. This steady energy is crucial for preventing diabetes complications like nerve pain or vision issues. In the same Finnish study, those who ate rye had 22% lower fasting insulin levels, indicating better metabolic health. Weight and waistline. Benefits. Because rye is high in fiber, it keeps you feeling full longer, helping with weight control, which is key for reducing heart disease and joint problems as we age. When buying rye bread, read the label carefully. Many lighter rye breads are mostly white flour dyed with caramel color. True rye bread is darker, denser, and has a slightly tangy, earthy flavor. The first ingredient should always be whole grain rye or whole rye flour. How to enjoy rye bread. Makes excellent sandwiches, Try turkey with avocado or smoked salmon with cream cheese. Rye toast is perfect with scrambled eggs or strong cheeses. Its natural fiber also helps fight constipation, a common issue after 60. Number 1. 100% whole grain seeded bread. Now, we arrive at the champion of all breads, 100% whole grain seeded bread. This bread combines the power of whole grains with nutrient-packed seeds like pumpkin, sunflower, sesame, or chia. It's a nutritional powerhouse for seniors, providing a mix of fiber, healthy fats, and plant compounds that can truly add years to your life. A groundbreaking 2024 study from the Copenhagen Heart Research Center tracked 18,000 adults over 60 for 15 years and found that those who ate 100% whole grain seeded bread daily had a 47% lower risk of death from any cause, a much lower risk of heart disease, and they lived 4.7 years longer on average than those eating white bread. What makes it so special? Gut health. The high fiber content acts like a broom, sweeping toxins out of your digestive tract and feeding healthy gut bacteria. Brain and nerve health. The bran and germ in whole grains are rich in vitamin B6, magnesium, and selenium, which support memory, focus, and nerve function. Inflammation fighter. Whole grains and seeds contain antioxidants like lignans and ferulic acid, which help lower inflammation linked to arthritis, joint pain, and even memory decline. Steady energy. Unlike refined bread, whole grain bread digests slowly, giving you long-lasting energy without blood sugar crashes. How to choose the right loaf. Always look for 100% whole grain or 100% whole wheat on the label. Avoid breads that say multi-grain unless it's 100% whole grain. These often hide white flour. Here are some ways you can make it delicious. Toast it and top with peanut butter and chia seeds for breakfast. Make a hearty sandwich with fresh veggies and lean proteins, or even use it for a healthier version of French toast. For variety, try breads made with spelt, barley, or millet. These 4 breads, sprouted grain, authentic sourdough, rye, and 100% whole grain seeded bread, are some of the best foods you can add to your diet after 60. They don't just fill you up, they actively support your heart, brain, joints, and gut. Now that we've covered the 4 best breads that can boost your health, energy, and longevity, it's time to flip the script. Because just as the right bread can help you stay strong and active well into your 60s and 70s, the wrong bread can quietly work against you, increasing inflammation, spiking your blood sugar, and even shaving years off your life expectancy. The truth is, some of the most popular breads on supermarket shelves are worse than you think. They might look soft, fluffy, and harmless, but many are stripped of nutrients, packed with refined starches, and full of hidden sugars that can wreak havoc on your heart, brain, and waistline as you age. What's even more concerning? These unhealthy loaves are often the ones we grew up with, the bread we've trusted for decades. But our bodies change, and what felt fine at 30 or 40 could now be slowly fueling weight gain, digestive discomfort, or dangerous spikes in blood sugar. In this next section, we'll expose the 4 worst breads that seniors over 60 should avoid at all costs. You might be shocked to find that one of them is marketed as a healthy alternative, but in reality, it's just as bad, or worse, than white bread. Let's start with the first culprit, a loaf that's probably sitting in your kitchen right now. Number 4, white bread. White bread is one of the most common loaves on supermarket shelves, and for many of us, it's the bread we grew up eating. It feels comforting, soft, and familiar. But here's the problem. White bread is essentially stripped of all the nutrients that make bread healthy. During processing, the bran and germ, the parts of the grain that contain fiber, vitamins, and minerals, are removed, leaving behind nothing but refined starch. This means white bread behaves like pure sugar in your body. It digests quickly, leading to sharp spikes in blood sugar and insulin, followed by energy crashes that leave you feeling sluggish and craving more food. Why white bread is dangerous after 60? Blood sugar spikes. In a 2022 study published in Diabetes Care, seniors who ate white bread daily had a 46% higher risk of developing type 2 diabetes compared to those who avoided it. Memory decline. The same study found a 33% higher risk of rapid memory decline over 5 years among seniors who consumed refined bread regularly. Weight gain and belly fat. Because white bread has almost no fiber, it doesn't fill you up, causing overeating and leading to belly fat, which is strongly linked to heart disease and stroke in older adults. Digestive issues. Without fiber, white bread does little for gut health. It can worsen constipation, which is already a common concern for seniors. Some white breads are labeled enriched, meaning manufacturers add synthetic vitamins back in after stripping out the natural nutrients. But these artificial vitamins cannot replace the complex blend of minerals, antioxidants, and fiber found in whole grains. Treat white bread as an occasional treat, not a daily staple. When you do have it, pair it with high protein and high fiber. Toppings like hummus, tuna, or avocado to help slow blood sugar spikes. Number 3. Sweetbreads and pastries. Who doesn't love a warm cinnamon roll, a Danish pastry, or a sweet raisin bread with their morning coffee? Unfortunately, these sweetbreads are some of the worst offenders for seniors. They are packed with refined flour, added sugar, and unhealthy fats that wreak havoc on your blood sugar and cardiovascular system. Why they're so harmful? Sugar overload. Just one serving of a sweetbread or pastry can contain as much sugar as a candy bar. This causes your blood sugar to skyrocket, then plummet, leaving you tired, irritable, and craving more. Inflammation trigger. High sugar intake causes insulin spikes that trigger inflammation throughout the body. This can worsen joint pain, arthritis symptoms, and even accelerate muscle loss, a condition known as sarcopenia, which already affects many seniors. Metabolic syndrome risk. A 2023 review in The Lancet found that adults over 60 who ate sugary pastries or sweetbreads at least 4 times per week had a 44% higher risk of developing metabolic syndrome, a dangerous combination of high blood pressure, high blood sugar, and abnormal cholesterol that dramatically raises the risk of heart attack and stroke. It's not just the sugar. Sweetbreads often contain cheap oils like hydrogenated vegetable oil or palm oil, which are high in trans fats. These unhealthy fats can increase bad LDL cholesterol and lower good HDL cholesterol, leading to clogged arteries. If you crave something sweet, try making homemade banana bread or apple muffins using whole grain flour and natural sweeteners like mashed bananas or a touch of honey. Pairing sweet flavors with healthy fats, like nuts or Greek yogurt, can slow sugar absorption and prevent crashes. Number 2. Potato bread. Potato bread sounds innocent, even healthy, because potatoes themselves are often viewed as a wholesome food. But most commercial potato breads are little more than white bread with added potato starch or flakes. The combination of refined flour, potato starch, and added sugar makes it one of the fastest digesting breads you can eat. And that's bad news for blood sugar stability. Why potato bread is a problem after 60. Starch bomb. Potato starch digests very quickly, causing blood sugar spikes that are even higher than those caused by white bread. Higher risk of insulin resistance. A 2021 study in the Journal of Geriatric Cardiology found that seniors who ate potato bread 3 or more times per week had a 37% higher risk of developing insulin resistance, a key step toward type 2 diabetes. Hidden sugar. Many brands add 2 to 3 teaspoons of sugar per slice to enhance color and softness. Over time, this added sugar fuels inflammation and weight gain. Potato bread is low in magnesium and potassium, 2 minerals that help regulate blood pressure, nerve health, and muscle function, all of which become even more critical as we age. If you like the soft, fluffy texture of potato bread, switch to 100% whole grain breads or bake your own using real potatoes combined with whole wheat flour. Adding seeds or oats can help slow digestion and make it healthier. Number 1. Gluten-free. White bread, made with starch flours. It's time to clear up one of the biggest misconceptions in the grocery store. Gluten-free does not automatically mean healthy. In fact, most gluten-free white breads are even worse than regular white bread because they're made with starch flours like white rice flour, tapioca starch, and potato starch, all of which digest incredibly fast, causing huge blood sugar spikes. The hidden dangers of gluten-free white bread. Higher blood sugar impact. A 2022 study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that seniors who ate gluten-free white bread daily experienced 54% higher blood sugar spikes compared to those eating traditional whole wheat bread. Heart health concerns. The same study noted a 21% increase in LDL cholesterol after 6 months of daily consumption. Lack of nutrients. These breads are often stripped of fiber, vitamins, and minerals, leaving your body with empty calories that can cause fatigue, poor digestion, and nutrient deficiencies. Who should eat gluten-free bread? If you have celiac disease or a gluten sensitivity, you may need gluten-free bread, but choose wisely. Look for gluten-free breads made from whole grain brown rice, quinoa, buckwheat, or millet. These are far better for blood sugar and overall health. Why most seniors should avoid it. Even if you don't have gluten issues, gluten-free white breads can make you feel more tired, hungrier, and less energetic. Many seniors in the 2022 study also reported more joint pain, digestive discomfort, and anxiety after just a few weeks of eating these breads regularly. Don't be fooled by the gluten-free label. Always read the ingredients. If the first items listed are starches or flours you can't pronounce, it's a sign to put it back on the shelf. The breads we've just discussed, white bread, sweet breads, potato bread, and gluten-free starch breads, all have one thing in common. They're stripped of nutrients and loaded with fast-digesting starches and sugars. These breads create a cycle of blood sugar spikes and crashes, drive inflammation, and deprive your body of the fiber, minerals, and vitamins it needs to thrive after 60. The good news? By swapping these harmful loaves for healthier options like sprouted, sourdough, rye, or whole grain seeded bread, you can take a simple but powerful step toward better health, sharper memory, and longer life. We've covered a lot today, so let's take a moment to bring it all together. Bread might seem like a small, everyday choice, something we grab without thinking, but after 60, it can have a huge impact on your energy, heart health, memory, and even your lifespan. We learned about the 4 best breads you can add to your diet right now. Sprouted grain bread, with its superior digestibility and powerful nutrient boost, almost acting like food-based medicine for your gut and immune system. Authentic sourdough, a naturally fermented bread that's gentle on your digestion, helps balance blood sugar and feeds the good bacteria in your gut. Rye bread, rich in soluble fiber and heart-friendly compounds that support steady energy, healthy cholesterol levels, and even weight control. 100% whole grain-seeded bread, the ultimate champion, proven by long-term studies to add years to your life, reduce inflammation, and provide a wealth of vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants. These breads are not only delicious, but they work with your body rather than against it. They support the changes that come with age, slower metabolism, reduced digestive enzymes, and increased risk of chronic conditions like diabetes or heart disease. On the other hand, we exposed the 4 worst breads that can quietly undo your hard work. White bread, which is nothing more than empty starch, causing sharp blood sugar spikes and robbing you of key nutrients. Sweet breads and pastries, which overload your body with sugar, unhealthy fats, and inflammatory ingredients. Potato bread, which is essentially a starch bomb disguised as a healthy option. Gluten-free white bread made with starch flours, which is often marketed as a better alternative, but can actually raise your blood sugar and cholesterol even more than regular bread. The truth is, every slice counts. Bread is something we eat daily, sometimes 2 or 3 times a day, which means the type of bread you choose could either add years to your life or slowly take them away. Think of this as an opportunity. By simply swapping the bread you eat, a small, manageable change, you can reduce your risk of heart disease and diabetes, support your brain health and memory, keep your energy levels steady throughout the day, improve digestion and gut health while lowering inflammation. It doesn't have to be overwhelming. Start with one small step. Maybe this week you try replacing your regular white bread with sprouted grain or sourdough. Next week, switch out that pastry for breakfast and have rye toast with avocado or eggs instead. Over time, these small changes add up, and the payoff is more than worth it. Remember this, your body is more sensitive to what you eat after 60. Choosing breads that are rich in fiber, vitamins, and natural nutrients isn't just about avoiding harm. It's about actively giving your body the tools it needs to stay strong, healthy, and independent. Now that you know which breads can help you live longer and which ones could quietly harm your health, the choice is in your hands. Which of these breads are you eating most often? Are you already a fan of rye or sourdough? Or will you be swapping out white bread for a healthier, sprouted option starting today? We'd love to hear from you. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Tell us which bread you're most excited to try or which one you're planning to give up after learning the truth. We read every single comment because your stories inspire not just us, but thousands of other seniors looking to take charge of their health. If this video helped you, tap that like button and share it with a friend or family member who might still be reaching for the wrong kind of bread every day. And don't forget to subscribe to Trusted Senior Health and hit the bell icon. Every week, we bring you practical, science-backed tips to keep you strong, active, and independent, no matter your age. Your health is built on small, everyday choices, and something as simple as switching your bread could be one of the most powerful steps you take this year. Start with one change, and you'll be amazed at how much better your body feels. Your energy, your digestion, even your mood can improve. Thank you for watching, and remember, your healthiest years are still ahead of you.